Hello, beautiful sassy ladies. If you're a sassy woman, S for smart, A for attractive, and S for successful, looking for a strong, successful, and high quality man, then you come to the right place. So in this video, we're going to talk about more insecurities. So this whole month we've been talking about insecurities, jealousy, trust issues, narcissism, and today I want to talk about spotting insecure behaviors and trust issues in yourself. A lot of times it's easier to spot this in someone else. It's much easier to see that your partner, your boyfriend, your husband, the guy you're dating is insecure. You know, it's so much easier to see that, but it's a lot harder to see that in ourselves. But it's just as important to recognize our own insecure behaviors and trust issues because it can be just as damaging to our relationship. So let's take accountability and take responsibility for our own actions. And if we are being insecure, we should rise above that and do something about it, right? So let's get into the 7 signs. Sign number 1. If he's not with you, your first thought instantly goes to who is he with? Who is he talking to? Who is he flirting with? You know, you're worrying about who he's with and what he is doing, and you find yourself texting him, calling him, disguised as you're just missing him, you're concerned about him, but really you know deep down you are just checking in on him. Sign number 2, when he acts more distant than usual, your first thought immediately goes to, is he doubting the relationship? Is he doubting me? Is something wrong? Did I do something wrong? You're always on edge and wondering if something's gonna go wrong in your relationship. That's a first sign that if your first thought goes to that, whenever he pulls away and you instantly get anxious, that means you definitely have trust issues and you're very insecure. So sign number 3, whenever a man disagrees with you or doesn't want to do what you want him to do, you immediately get defensive, anxious. You immediately want him to prove his love to you or prove that, you know, he's not going to leave you and alleviate your feelings of anxiety. So you don't like it when your man disagrees with you or does anything against what you want him to do or what you believe he should do, and that usually comes out as you being, you wanting him to change and you wanting him to do something to make you feel better. Sign number 4, you always want to be right. Okay, you hate being wrong. And you believe if someone is with you, they should always be on your side and they should always support you and what you are saying. You really have a hard time coping when a man disagrees with you who's meant to love you, and you may even try to manipulate him to agree with you by saying, well, if you love me, you would agree with me. Okay, if you love me, you wouldn't say that. You know, because you believe if he's on your side, he would always agree with you and always be supportive of you. Number 5, whenever he mentions other women, you instantly compare yourself to them. You know, if he's talking about his ex or a lady that works in the office with him or a girl he saw at the gym, perhaps, you instantly want to know, well, how is she pretty? Like, is she smart? You want some details because you want to make sure you are better than her because you're constantly comparing yourself. Like, you're constantly saying, how do you measure up? Number 6, you're hypersensitive to any criticism he gives you. Even if he is not giving you one or he doesn't think he's giving you one, you somehow always spin what he's saying to mean it's a criticism. Sign number 7, you are always trying to subtly control him. You always want him to do what you want him to do because you believe if he loves you, then he should listen to you, or you know best because, once again, you're right. Okay, so it always comes down to you wanting to be affirmed in whatever you say, and he should always support you and what you say, but you're hypercritical of any disagreement that he may have against you, and you take that as an attack because you feel like if you cannot control him, that means he could leave you and you could lose him. And that, where that's coming from, is your insecurities, your deep-seated insecurities that you will eventually be left, that you are not good enough, and you try to control in a way that you have, at least you have some kind of perceived idea of control, right? So those are the 7 signs. Okay, trust me, ladies, I have done all of them. I would be surprised if a woman says she's never done all of them. And in fact, if you think you haven't done any of these, or you haven't done all of them, then I don't know, maybe you've got some more work to do, because that could mean you're not as self-aware as you think you are. But I know that most of us, we have probably done something like this at some point in our life, in our relationships. And really the message of this video is that we want to step up, we want to become better women, and in order to be the best version of themselves, we want to be above this kind of low value behavior, so we can be high value women and really take responsibility for our actions, our insecurities, and take active steps to change it, to think in more positive ways, and to be more secure women in general, so we do not keep damaging our relationship. Hey, that's all from me this week. Please like me if you like this video, comment below, leave me some questions if you have any, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with more awesome videos next week. Bye!